Welcome to the first tutorial for turning on and jogging this beautiful FANUC robot. This robot is composed by three main components: the controller, the teach pendant, and the robot. Looking at the controller, we can see that there is an emergency button at the center, and a button to turn on and off the robot. The first step to use the robot is to turn on the controller in this button. After turning the button on, you can see the system booting up on the teach pendant screen. Let's wait a few moments. After waiting for the system to boot, the first thing to do is to log in into the student account. As you can see, the screen shows that the current user is nobody. If you don't see this screen, you should press the diag key on the left bottom of the teach pendant. We can think of this diag key as the home key for the teach pendant. After pressing it, you can see the login option on the fourth button of the screen, so you just press F4, then the same for the second option, so you press F2, and now you can see the user's list of the teach pendant. Using the arrows, let's scroll down until we select the account, student_low. Now let's login into it by pressing the F2 key. It's now time to type the password. The password for this account is 1001. Press enter to complete the login. As we can see, the current user is now student_low. After completing the login, it's now time to solve all the errors for enabling jogging the robot. If there is any error, we will not be able to move the robot. We can see the errors message on the top of the teach pendant screen. If there is an error with the message stop, that means that one of the three emergency stop buttons is pressed. There are three buttons for emergency stop: one on the controller, other on the table, and another on the top right of the teach pendant. We have to ensure that all buttons are released. After releasing all emergency buttons, we can see that the e-stop error didn't disappear. We have to press the reset key. And now, the emergency stop error is solved. The error with the message TP off in T1 T2 means that the button of the teach pendant is switched off. We have to turn on the button that is on top left of the teach pendant. That will solve this error. Now we got the message Deadman switch released. This is what we wanted to achieve. The Deadman switch button is on the back of the teach pendant. We can see these two yellow bar buttons. Both of them are the Deadman switch button. We just need to press one of them until we feel just one click. Every time we release this Deadman button, the error message will appear and the robot will stop. Because of this, we will only be able to move the robot while we are continuously pressing at least one of the two Deadman switch buttons. Now that we have solved all the errors, it's now time to jog the robot. For moving the robot, we will need to be continuously pressing the Deadman switch and the shift key. Only when these two buttons are simultaneously pressed, the controller will move the robot. We can see the robot moving in X-axis while I'm pressing the +X button. While pressing Deadman switch button and shift button, we can use these blue keys to move the robot in different axes and joints. As we noticed, the robot was moving very slowly. We can see the robot speed on the green square on the top right of the teach pendant screen. I will increase the speed to 100% by pressing the +% key. And there we have it. The robot is now moving at full speed in each one of its joints. I am so glad that we get here. Now we can start playing with it. You can turn off all the system by just switching off the controller button. Nothing left is required to do on the teach pendant. Every time the controller is switched off, any account will be logged out automatically. I will turn it off now.